be seated. Chancellor Wrighton, faculty and staff, families, friends, and guests, welcome to what's actually the very first Mckelvey School of Engineering recognition ceremony. And to the class of 2019, welcome to what I know will be one of the best days of your time here at WashU. So graduates, I've got just a couple of more tasks as your dean with respect to your time here. The first one is to MC this event, and then tomorrow I have to say some magical incantation or something. Now please know that I understand that for most of you in a few years, you will not remember much of today beyond receiving your diploma, which of course is actually a diploma cover. And for the rest of you, you'll likely forget in a couple of hours. But for your families in the audience, and especially for your parents, this will be a day they will not forget. So please indulge us a little bit as we try to make the day a bit more special for all of them. So first, if you're a parent or a spouse of one of our graduates this year, please raise your hand. All right. That's great. I wanted you to see all the people with whom you are sharing this moment. Yes, you can put your hands down. Okay. You see, you are not just watching your child or your loved one being graduated from Washington University, and I admit that's a pretty big deal. You are watching them be graduated as engineering students. What this means is not just that they can geek out with math or code, or probably both, but it also means that they can think about the world in a unique way that involves decomposing a problem into its fundamental components and solving each element. They can draw upon known solutions when appropriate and innovate new ones as needed. They understand that problem solving is a matter of expertise, creativity, experimentation, and maybe most of all, perseverance. Our world is filled with challenges, indeed, many, many challenges, and only some of those are fundamentally technical ones. But all of them, whether they are environmental or medical, social or economic, all of these challenges must be addressed with expertise, creativity, experimentation, and most of all, perseverance. And the students you see here, these engineering graduates, they have those skills and they have that understanding. So that your children or your student spouses and all of us here at the university can show a gratitude and unwavering support, gratitude for your unwavering support. Let me ask the parents and spouses of our students to stand. Come on, parents and students, spouses. And now, graduates, let's give them a thunderous applause and appreciation. You know many of the sacrifices they made for you. You don't know the sacrifices they made that they didn't tell you about. Today, you're going to mostly hear from administrators, but of course, it's actually the faculty and staff who do the work and engage the students, both within the classroom and throughout their experiences at WashU. Every student here can tell you a story of a time when a professor or an advisor or a staff member really connected with them and helped them push through a challenge, enlighten them intellectually, or simply encourage them to grow. So I'd like to ask the faculty and the staff of the Mckelvey School of Engineering to all stand and receive a thank you from the students. All right, it is now my distinct pleasure, my honor actually, to introduce our Chancellor. Now, I mentioned earlier that you were the first class to be graduating from the Mckelvey School of Engineering, and of course, there will be others after you. But there is actually something quite unique about this class with respect to WashU history. You see, you will be the only class ever that will graduate from WashU Engineering whose diploma will read the James Mckelvey School of Engineering on the top and will have the signature of Mark Wrighton at the bottom. Now, most of you in the audience know Chancellor Wrighton as the Chancellor of the university for the last 4 years or so. Or if you're a PhD student, 5, 6, or 7, or 8 years, which your spouses are still trying to understand. But actually, Chancellor Wrighton is concluding his 24th year as Chancellor. And while some might find that remarkable in and of itself, the truly remarkable feat is the series of transformations the university has undergone on his watch. Now, the most visible of these transformations involve granite and limestone. And you can see the most recent such growth on the east end of the campus today. There, amongst other buildings, Jubal Hall for Mechanical Engineering and Material Science is complete. And in fact, the first faculty member decided to move in ahead of the rest of us. And pretty soon, Mckelvey Hall for Computing will be open in 18 months. But that's not the transformation I want to talk about. It is the growth in strength and quality of this university that is really the Chancellor's greatest legacy. And I want to personally tell you about his investment in engineering, the investment he has overseen, investments in student support, investments in faculty and in research facilities. And these investments have been nothing short of magnificent. All of you and all of us have benefited from his unwavering support. So I want you all to give a huge welcome to Chancellor Mark S. Wright.
Thank you very much. Those are very generous words, and I am, in fact, graduating with all of you. Tomorrow is my last full commencement as Chancellor. I actually saved the very best for last. Many of the undergraduates this afternoon were in this very place at orientation 3.75 years ago. I probably said that it is my expectation that you would graduate in 3.75 years. And a very large fraction of our entering students do just that. But in that time, I already knew that your class would be my last class here at Washington University. I've had this game plan in mind for quite some time, and I truly believe that the best class is this one, the class of 2019. I am so pleased that I have this opportunity to say a few words at the very first recognition ceremony for the Mckelvey School of Engineering. Your keynote speaker and his wife, Anna, are the individuals who made this possible. And I'm deeply grateful to the Mckelvey family for their tremendous support and their encouragement. Their confidence in Dean Aaron Bobick, the faculty and the staff is unwavering, and I am excited to see what will unfold that will take place in our new facilities and in the laboratories of our faculty. This afternoon is also special because joining you as a part of the program is the former dean of the School of Engineering. Dean James Mckelvey and his wife Judy are here. Jim Mckelvey served as dean for 27 years and did a fabulous job here. And of course, we're grateful that we have his name associated with the building that is still under construction on the eastern edge of the Danforth campus. This is truly an exciting time for engineering, and the future of the world will depend on contributions from those who are in engineering. As we are gathered at this very time, Michael Bloomberg, your commencement speaker tomorrow, is convening a press conference where he will announce that Washington University will play a critical role in a Midwest initiative to develop approaches to dealing with climate change. This work will, of course, involve input from many people, and I have the privilege, as a consequence of Professor Himadri Pakrasi being at that press conference, of hooding 2 of his students this afternoon at this ceremony. Climate change is arguably the most important challenge we face in this century, and I commend to you an effort to overcome the challenges that we face. But there are many other opportunities that will come your way to make a positive contribution to our lives. How we work, how we live, and how we play will be depending on those in engineering. You are at the forefront, you are the very best, and I'm proud that you are graduating from Washington University with my signature on your diploma. I'll confer those degrees tomorrow. I give you my pledge. After all, I didn't sign all those diplomas for nothing. But I want to just conclude with a comment that is very interesting and relates to what Dean Bobick said. The legacy that I have been most proud of is that we've been able to recruit extremely talented students at all levels. I worked at MIT for 23 years before coming to Washington University in 1995, and you are competitive with any student that I encountered at MIT or where I received my PhD at Caltech. So congratulations to all of you. And to the undergraduates, especially, it's been a privilege to serve as chancellor at a research university where I wouldn't have the credentials to even get in. So thank you for making the commitment to be here. To the parents and other family members, thank you for supporting these outstanding people in their decision to come to Washington University. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor. But you can't leave till you shake 600 hands. It is now my privilege to introduce the 2019 Valedictorians. Last year, we had 4 valedictorians, 4 students graduating with perfect 4.0 GPAs. And I thought this was ridiculous. I told Dean Kroger, DK as you know him, that we need to get the faculty to make classes harder. Okay, you'll be pleased to know that he rallied on your behalf and said the classes were hard enough, and that certainly last year was an anomaly and we wouldn't see that again. Well, he's correct. We did not have 4 valedictorians this year. We have 5 valedictorians this year. It is my pleasure to introduce them to you in the order that they will speak, and with 5 they will all be brief, right? Okay. Blake Borderland from Sugar Land, Texas. Blake is receiving his bachelor's degrees in systems engineering and physics, as well as a minor in computer science. Blake plans to pursue a doctorate at that school next to MIT called Harvard in applied mathematics this fall. Siri Lee from Nanjing, China. Suri is receiving bachelor's degrees in computer science and mathematics. She plans to continue her studies to earn a doctorate in social and engineering systems at the MIT Institute for Data Systems and Society this fall. Liam Plambeck from St. Paul, Minnesota. Liam is receiving a bachelor's degree in systems engineering with a minor in computer science. During his time at WashU, Liam was active in Design for America and focused on design thinking for social impact in the greater St. Louis community. Following graduation, Liam will join Deloitte in Chicago as a business technology analyst. William Gallic from Cartersville, Illinois. William is receiving a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering and a minor in materials science. He plans to attend graduate school this fall to study structural engineering at the University of Washington. Not to be confused with the more famous Washington University. And finally, Ayesha Kumar from Worcester, Massachusetts. Ayesha is receiving bachelor's degrees in biomedical engineering and healthcare management. As a member of the university's Scholars Program in Medicine, he was actively engaged in Sling Health and the Scient Fellowship. Ayesha plans to pursue MD and PhD studies at the University of Massachusetts this fall. Valedictorians.
Thank you, Dean Bobek, Chancellor, faculty and staff, family, friends, distinguished guests, and fellow graduates of the class of 2019. My name is Blake Bordelon, and I'm extremely honored to be the first of the 5 valedictorians to address you today. I would first like to take a brief moment to express just how grateful we, the graduating students, are to each of our parents, grandparents, friends, and other family members that have supported us so that we could be here today. I would like to offer special thanks to my own parents, Mike and Sherry, and my wife-to-be, Camilla. I would not be here without you. Thank you again to the faculty, staff, and administration who helped create a challenging and productive work environment for the years we spent here. We thank you for the opportunities both inside and outside the classroom and to participate in academics, research, entrepreneurship, and outreach. In the language of evolutionary biology, specifically RK selection theory, evolution tends to drive a species to one of 2 possible reproductive strategies, termed R and K. Human beings, I would argue, qualify as K strategists. Unlike R strategists, which are distinguished by their high reproductive rates and low probability of individual survival, think bacteria, insects, dandelions, K strategists like us have few offspring, long gestation periods, and require an extended amount of parental care to reach maturity. Preparing each generation demands considerable time, attention, and resources. In my opinion, there is no better illustration of our species' collective K strategy than our gathering here for graduation this week. Our family and friends have devoted a considerable amount of resources into us so that we could reach this point. We students now have the opportunity to provide a social return on investment. The technical experience acquired in our study of engineering has prepared us to work on challenging and pressing problems and has given us the tools to build a better world. The pressure is on. Thank you.
My name is Sarah Lee, and I want to tell a story of mine that's a little bit silly, but very special to me. It's about my first time ordering food at Home's Lunch. When I was a freshman, I heard about how good the coverage at Home's Lunch was, so I went there for the first time. But the problem is, no one told me how to order before. When the staff there asked me what I wanted, I totally didn't expect that I should tell them my choice of bread, toppings, meat, and sauce. And you know, I didn't even know the names of those things. I started, embarrassingly, pointing to the things I like. And after a super long time, I finally finished ordering my first spinach wrap. It was so awkward. But my wrap was really good. Next day, my stomach didn't want anything but a wrap, so I came to Home's Lunch again, and again for the day after that. After almost 4 years ordering wrap and sandwiches at Home's Lunch, I can finally order things that I want without embarrassing myself again. What I learned from the story is that it is very likely that we'll be thrown into brand new environments sometime in your life. Things may seem very intimidating at first, but if we just sit through it and keep trying, we'll eventually get confident doing those things and even master them. You know, if I stopped going to homes after the first scary experience, I may be stuck as Stanley's other chili dogs for my entire college life. Finally, some unrelated thank you notes. I want to thank my parents who flew all the way across the world to see me today. I want to thank my boyfriend Zongyi, who's also graduating today. I want to thank my research advisor, Samai Das, and his PhD students, Hao and Zhuo Shu. Without them, my college life wouldn't be as perfect as it is. Thank you.
Good afternoon, my friends, my colleagues. My name is Liam Plambeck, and today I am grateful. I'm grateful to Washington University for teaching me about empowerment and collaboration. We have all learned from our teachers, but we learned with each other. We learned that we either all swim together or we all sink. Engineering empowered us. Collaboration enriched us. As engineers, we can and must use our power to be useful in our new communities. We can collaborate, as we've learned to do, so that everyone is enriched. As engineers, we have the power to build. As university graduates, we have the chance to collaborate with members of our new communities so that everyone has a seat at the table. Let's build that table. Let's build a table big enough so that everybody, truly everybody, has a seat. Lastly, I would like to thank my Israeli and German family, my Greek grandmother, and my Palestinian brother Amir for teaching me throughout the years of the importance of that table. Thank you, and congratulations.
My name is William Gallic. First, I want to thank my parents who have invested so much time in me and who have given me endless opportunities to grow and learn. They deserve so much credit for any success I've had. Growing up, my brothers and I didn't have internet or cell phones, but we never seemed to get bored. We spent our time playing backyard basketball, reading from our dad's book collection, and playing music. I'm so grateful for the way my parents raised me. Because of them, I'll always stay interested in life, be happy, without relying on technology. For all the advantages I had growing up, I found myself struggling to socialize when I came to WashU. Talking to other students wasn't quite as natural as talking to my twin brother had been growing up. To cope with a new social environment, I did what I knew best. I relied on myself. For a long time, I stayed reserved, but I was fortunate to spend a year living with a friend who had already graduated from WashU. He made me want to be social, to meet people and make friends. He helped me realize that school is so much better with friends around. Since that year, I have begun to realize just how special the people are at WashU. The students are creative, talented, and fun-loving. It is rare now for me to meet someone at WashU who doesn't interest or impress me. This community has made me a better person, and I am lucky to call many of you my friends. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ayesha Kumar, one of the graduates from the Biomedical Engineering Department. Before I begin, I'd like to thank my parents for their unconditional support and love in my pursuit to accomplishing my goals. Like many immigrant families, they left their homeland to come to America for hopes for a better education, as well as endless opportunities to become the best version of myself. So thank you, Mom and Dad, for letting me represent you guys today. The fact that we are all graduating today is still surreal to me. I still remember the first day of school when N Council handed out shirts saying, "Everyone dreams, but engineers do." In a few words, that was a lot of expectations on my shoulders, and I was worried if I would actually be able to accomplish that. Luckily, I had WashU sculpt me into a proper engineer. The endless hours of classwork and problem sets given by our professors taught us resilience and patience to overcome all challenges. Collaboration amongst my peers taught me the importance of communication in order to solve the problems that plague today and tomorrow. Lastly, we have all collectively adopted the mission to be ethically responsible leaders. Over the course of my 4 years here, the Engineers Do slogan is more than just a phrase to describe our ability to build and develop things, but is representative of our spirit and our mindset. Each of us are pursuing things that will test our grit as engineers, whether that's going to graduate school or starting a new profession. But I am confident that each and every one of us is ready to face that new chapter in our lives, because that is what an engineer does. Representing the class of 2019 by saying a few words at the podium has been a great honor for me and the other 4 valedictorians. To each person in the audience today, thank you. The class of 2019 is grateful for all you have done to support us. And to each graduate who will walk across the stage today, congratulations, we did it.
Wow. I think the world's in pretty good shape. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce someone whose name, I think, is synonymous with expertise, creativity, experimentation, and perseverance. And I speak of Jim Mckelvey Jr. My own view of Jim is that he cannot stand to see a problem go unsolved. While studying computer science and economics at WashU in the 80s, while, as mentioned, his dad, James Mckelvey Sr., was dean and who is with us today, Jim found that the textbook for one of his computer science courses was, shall we say, less than stellar. So he solved the problem. He wrote a new textbook. And the following year, the publisher asked him, write another textbook. And I'm pleased to report that the computer science faculty has informed me that Jim has solved that problem for good, and there are no more poor computer science textbooks. Right? Right. Fast forward to 2009. Jim had another problem. Jim was trying to sell a piece of glass art at a small business he founded, the Third Degree Glass Factory, and apparently couldn't quite pull the sale off because he was not able to accept a specific type of card payment. So Jim solved that problem too. He co-founded Square. Square, which allows small businesses to easily accept credit card and debit card payments through a mobile device. Used by more than 2 million businesses around the world today, Square has changed the way that many small businesses operate. Then in 2013, Jim identified another problem. This one a little more social, the growing gap of technological talent. So he co-founded LaunchCode, a nonprofit that provides free coding training for those seeking a technology career and helps companies find skilled workers for the growing number of tech jobs through internships. Expertise, creativity, experimentation, and perseverance. In 2016, Jim provided the lead gift for the James M. McKelvey Sr. Hall for Computing, which, as was mentioned, is under construction. Now, something you might not know was that following November 2017, I was talking with Jim and told him that he'd make a wonderful speaker at the engineering recognition ceremony, the ceremony last year in 2018. And he agreed. Well, we didn't connect for a couple of months, and I get an email from him February of 18 last year, and it reads, I have to attend a conference in Italy from May 14th to 20th. I see on my calendar a speech at WashU on May 17th. I think this was for you. Can we change the date? So I wrote back, Jim, May 17th is commencement, and I think the parents would be pissed. Why don't you speak next year? As it turns out, this was quite fortuitous, because earlier this year, 2019, on January 31, we announced a new era for our school with a new name, the James Mckelvey School of Engineering, thanks to an unprecedented gift by Jim and his wife, Anna. And it is fitting for Jim to be the keynote speaker at the first Mckelvey School of Engineering recognition ceremony. Please welcome Jim Mckelvey.
Thank you, Dean Bobak. I'm always honored and humbled to be here, particularly humbled just before I came out here, I got to take a photo with the Chancellor, the Dean, and the mascot. And I noticed that I was the only one that didn't have a PhD. So, hello, class of 2019. Your schooling is now over, and as you go out to the world, it is now my job to reveal the universal formula for success in any existing industry. It's right here. There is a formula. This formula works from building bridges to selling soap. This formula has worked for thousands of years, and it will give you the ability to succeed in any existing industry. Even better, you've been practicing the basic skill your entire life. Are you ready? Copy what everybody else does. I'm totally serious. Copying what works is the most powerful force on earth. In fact, it is fundamental to life itself. Look around you right now. We are all copies. Every living thing is a copy of some other living thing. Every bug, bacterium, blue whale began as a copy of some similar parent. We may not know exactly how life began, but we sure know how it continues. Replication. We are born from copying, and we are born to copy. Why? Because it works. Copying is nature's answer to entropy. If the world could not replicate successful creatures, there would be no life. We copy because it is how we survive, and we are very good at it. We begin our very lives as copies of our parents' DNA with only tiny changes differentiating us from our neighbors and our pets. You and your pet fish share 70% of the same DNA. And to a statistician, you and your cat are twins. Once our cells have replicated successfully enough to be born, the copying just increases. We spend the first years of our lives in complete copy mode. Babies learn language by emulating the sounds they hear around them. And then we formalize this copying with at least a dozen years or more of school, where the primary objective is to learn things that others have already learned. In fact, a student can progress successfully all the way through a master's degree without having a single original thought. And even though the PhD dissertation is supposed to be about original work, you're supposed to copy the form of your dissertation from other successful dissertations. And it's not our academics that it's not just our academics that we learn to copy in school. We learn to work in groups by copying the behaviors of others. In fact, good copying is usually synonymous with good behavior. If you want someone to like you or listen to you, copy what they do. As your commencement speaker, it is now tradition for me to tell you that this is all about to change. But I'm not going to do that. That's right. I'm here to tell you you can copy for the rest of your life. You can even have a great life by copying other people that have had great lives. And don't lament that your schooling has mostly taught you how to copy, because copying is the main skill you will use out in the workforce. From a Craigslist temp to the CEO, the job functions have been defined by other people. If you ever fail to have an answer in the real world, it's probably because you're copying the wrong person. Even for the creative professions, almost all work is done in synchronized cadence with other creatives. I grew up in a house where my dad had olive green shag carpeting, and amazingly, so did all my childhood friends. We are in such lockstep with our peers that even many independent discoveries happen simultaneously. Now I know what you're thinking. But Jim, I value originality. Well, so do I. Most of us do. In fact, have you ever heard somebody bragging that they value being unoriginal? Ironically, valuing unoriginality may actually be an original idea. Our peers and advertisers have taught us all to value originality. We express this originality by buying mass-produced goods. One of my friends drives a yellow car to express his individuality, but it's not like he's commuting to work on an elephant. But don't blame the media or the business school graduates for the fact that we yearn to be original just like everybody else. The idea of promoting originality itself has been around for ages. And originality is often advertised alongside objects of sexual desire, paradoxically advancing the cause of originality by harnessing our primal urge to copy ourselves. Copying is almost always the best option because things that work are rare. Most arrangements of molecules or music or managers just don't work. When somebody stumbles onto a solution, it behooves the rest of us to do the same thing. And so we copy. We copy copiously, we copy instinctively, we copy consciously and unconsciously. Copying is so wired into our brains and into our institutions that as soon as we stop copying, we feel uncomfortable. There's only one real problem with copying. Nothing changes. We advance neither as a species nor as a society unless something changes. Now, of course, most changes fail. Altering somebody's DNA may be the way a comic book superhero obtains their power. But you try that in the real world, and you just get cancer. But we need change. Nature ensures that our copying doesn't get too perfect by requiring us to find a partner or a pollinator, just to mix things up a little bit and make sure the copies are not too perfect. Someday, you may encounter a problem that nobody has solved before. And if you dare to try to solve that problem, you're not going to be able to copy. And that's going to feel very strange. You will feel alone and uncertain. You will have no guarantee that your solution is going to work. Every cell in your body and decades of social conditioning are going to tell you to get back into the herd. And at that point, my hope is that your engineering education will serve you. Hopefully somewhere in the course of your studies here at Washington University's Engineering School, you were asked to tackle a problem where the solution was not known. Hopefully you were asked to work on a problem that you could not solve by yourself. Hopefully you have been uncomfortable. For here's the other secret that I'm going to share with you. Nobody is an expert in innovation. When something is truly new, we are all novices. And we are alone, and we are probably scared. And some of us do it anyway. This is how the world advances. If we have prepared some of you to be unprepared, then we have done our job. Congratulations.
Thank you, Jim. That was great. Students, you should copy. Be like him. And if you want to come back again next year, that's good too.
I'll give you the same speech.
Same speech. That's all right, it'll be a whole different crowd. All right, and now the moment that you've really wanted. We're ready to recognize the graduates of the class of 2019. All right. This is where the logistics get complicated, so everybody pay attention. Associate Dean Chris Kroger will announce our graduates. Department chairs, please come forward when Dean Kroger announces your department. Graduates, come to the stage when the usher prompts your row. Each name will be read as the graduate crosses the stage. And parents, family, friends, this is your day too. feel free to express your most enthusiastic support as their name is called.
We will now recognize bachelor's and master's graduates of the Department of Biomedical Engineering. Dr. Dan Moran, professor, will come forward to shake the hands of the graduates.
Ayesha Kumar. Natalie Rose Klug. Anorima Bansi Sharma. Zoe Eve Orenstein. Catherine Kinsella Tooley. Jacqueline Noel Foodie. Sarah Marie McCutcheon. Elon Chase Paulty. Stephen Michael Yaffe. Sarah Masume Arfania. Lydia Chen Lin. Dominique Elise Meyer. Megan Elise Jetty. Ashton Andrew Nauman. Akshay Mohan Tantakuri. Varun Lahori. Kadar B. Eskander. Logan Joseph Gronek. Argo Data. Nicholas Jose Iglesias. Matthew James Hyken. Thomas John Blackwell Jr. Alexander Waitson Chen. Kyle Anthony Thomas. Taj Amir Tundi Ali Balogan. Benjamin Liu. Sean Mahoney. Kevin Lee. Austin Michael Sloop. Michelle Annette Lee. Caitlin Fumie Miyazaki. Thomas Stewart Ellison. John Warren Elliott Higgins. Emma Elizabeth Huff. Hannah Elizabeth Aaron. Ximing Zhang. Kevin Spahar. Xiaori Wang. Rudy Forrest Gelb Bicknell. Suchit De Silva. Alexis Ong. Casey Elaine Lentz. Gerardo Enrique Molina. Eric Weber Su Kong. Sherat Sundaram. Eleanor Augusta Deegan. Kevin Shea. Anupama Malam. Kathleen Gardner Simons. Taylor Lavender. Lauren Ara Shin. Margaret Ruding. Julie Ross Solomon. Catherine Ellen Kimball. Michael Patrick Morgan III. Brandon J. Lum. Xiao Yun Yang. Xian Ke Ye. Arvind Srivatsava. Kimberly Nicole Crowley. Cassandra Jacqueline Davis. Jeremiah Lawrence. Georgia Hackney Red. Kayla Wailing Sito.
We will now recognize bachelor's and master's graduates of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Dr. Rock Guerin, Department Chair, and Harold B. and Adelaide G. Welge Professor will come forward to shake the hands of the graduates.
Malik Joseph Hadri. Siri Lee. Austin Alexander Ramos. Yushu Liu. Qinyang Wang. Ryan Francis Sproul. Stephanie Lynn McCormick. Aziz Abdirazak Abdikarim. Quentin Frericks. Richard Nathaniel Knoll. Anish Ramachandra Naik. Jang Hoon Ha. Justin Taylor Bashelli. Eric J. Liu. William Michael Tong. Elliot Lokim Tong. Jessica Marie Ritterhoff. Mark Vandenberg. Vishaliswar Ambalam. Wilson Zhang. Tara Gildersleeve. Benjamin Epstein. John Walter Bisignano. Andrew McNeil. Jing Zhao. Hangshuan Li. Zhengyi Li. Xiaye Wu. Yiming Song. Mingyu Cao. Yiheng Wang. Jonathan Edward Zi Yu. Zachary Dayon Christensen. Harrison Liu. Chloe Evelyn Wright. Aaron Thomas Kling Handelman. Lucas Martin Lemmy Teixeira. Peter Edward Olson. Ethan David James. A.B. Brooks. Mason James Hall.
Congratulations.
Dominique Nansamba Santeza. Daniel William Peffley. Michael Langston Windlinger. Capri Nicole Scharf. Kara Nan Song. Matthew Tyler Shepard. Daniel Elliott Pollock. Nathan Richard Jarvis. Carrie Lee. Thomas Anthony Clifford. Isaiah Berg. Tyler Satchel Orden. Zachary Daniel Perlman. Ian Leonard Pearson.
Congratulations.
Michael Ryan Greer. Jack Samuel Lesham. Taryn Dykeman Howe. Shreya Gadu. Jordan Amarante Chisholm. Benjamin Robert Gu. Jordan Christopher Wheeler. Christina Marie Stellwagen. Scott William Hum. Benjamin Choi. Evan Wolf Simkowitz. Isha Sabharwal. Kivanch Komisle. Daniel Patrick Grossman. Charles Anderson Geis. Ifeoma Erica Ufando. Jingxia Yuan. Daniel David Zaka. Isaac Yonghan Na. Gennaro James Dominic Olivo. Andrew Jacob Kaufman. Tej Bhavan Seelam Sethi. Jacob Shane. Vihar Desu. Benjamin James Trunnell. Tanya Zhang. Kankan Lee. Anna Grace Carey. Eric Nicholas Tomasic. Adam Nathaniel Kern. Jeff Yifu Chen. Somin Park. Catherine Myo Zhang. Jonathan Wenhan Chen. Benjamin Lai. Che Hong Lee. Hak Kyung Lee. Taylor Jacqueline Reed.
Congratulations.
Grace Chidima Ebo. Tyree Rajay Crisp. Ryan Wellish. Minky Kim. Lien Tran. Manya Reddy Segareddy. Viet Bak Do. Michael Allen Warfield. Luge Worry. Kyun Shik Kim. Zachary John Mikas. Trevor Jonathan Larson. Ishan Chen. Taylor Ray Harold. Thomas Michael Kelly. Selamawit Nigusi Tegen. Ria Das. Jack Oliver Crawford. Daniel Dubner Teisch. Benjamin Wesley Bush. Michelle Mindy Shu. Zachary Maxwell Heller. Ashwin M. Kumar. Zayed Oyalami. Jil Patel. Brandon Michael Hasey. Cheng Han Lee. Pei Yun Xie. Bai Hao Shu. Yu A Yuan. Yi Ji Zhou. Chun Yan Lee. 文谦秀、吴新章、西谢王、石阳熙、郝山、孙启熙、苗高、西明祥、Qi Tao Shu, Ziyang Wang, Leishuan Pan, Yue Lin, Xuan Fan Wu, Jesse Huang, Win Yi Nin, Fan Zhang,
We will now recognize bachelor's and master's graduates of the Department of Energy, Environmental, and Chemical Engineering. Dr. Pratim Biswas, Chair, and Lucy and Stanley DePata, Professor, will come forward to shake the hands of the graduates.
Animan Amit, Kento Sasada, Leah Gabrielle Rivkin, Pietro Federico Vanucci, Andrew Williams Ells, Cassandra Razan James, Kimberly Ann Rhoda, Lucas Martin Anderson, Max Benjamin Wagner, Theodore Croker Pack, Emily Kate Price, Madeline Claire Robinson, Emily Ferris Gay, Austin Josen Dejas, Christopher Allen Muir, Ivan Ho, Christopher Gage Walker, Quinlan James Preston, Randall John Doro Jr.
Congratulations.
Matthew James Wallace, Katie Victoria May, Logan Jeffrey Mueller,
Congratulations.
Oscar Tapia, Jian Zhang, Hallelujah Hamido, Rachel Burgess, August Jacob Foles,
We will now recognize bachelor's and master's graduates of the Department of Electrical and Systems Engineering. Dr. Bruno Sinopoli, Department Chair, will come forward to shake the hands of the graduates.
Ari Brett Kotler, Blake Allen Bordelon, Liam Plambeck, Kyle Patricio Cepeda. Sarah Chen. Maya Kathleen Coyle. Jeffrey Allen Eichinger. Caroline Stocking. Audrey Covell Freeman. Rachel Christine Sondag. Claudia Lucille Smith. Andrew Everin Senal. Lizette Torres Escobedo. Jordan Lewis. Andrew Michael Swerin. Madeline Grace King. Lydia Nicole Reeder. Joel William Hahn. Mo Wu. Nathan Lee Mester. Anshu Wang. Rosie Fang. Megan Danielle Lin. Isabella Maran Pastrana. Jamar Niquelan McDonald. Bradford Vincent Orr.
Good luck. Keep in touch.
Christopher Golke. Maxwell Bertram Comiskey. Ethan Lewis Pollock. Maximilian Schreier Seta. Arthur George Spiru. Justin Stolzenberg. Alan Salama. John Joseph Marquetto Jr. Jackson Steele Kleeman. Daniel Rife. Vedant Jaipuria. Samuel Kramer. Chesden Dre Neese. Li Gao. Benjamin George Zev. Eugene Kim. Maxwell Thompson Barnett. John Christopher Wernicke. Samuel August Ragsdale. Andrew Patrick Savino. Kevin James Van Cleve. Charlie Christine Brickner. Stacy Michiko Harimoto.
Nice job, Eden.
Eden Livingston. Charles Hong. Nirek Sharma. Zijian Wang. Wenjun Zhang. Xi Liu He. Rui Liao. Tian Yu Pan. Yifang Hong. Si Hao Yi, Xin Xie Zhang, Mao Chen, Hao Ran Li, Yifan Zhang, Dan San, Xiao Yao Cheng, Hui Ran Wang, Xi Han, Shan Liu, Tong Su, Xian Jingshan, Jia Qihu, Ya Qianqin, Tian Xiaoxi, Hai Shangren, Daniel Calendar Panak, Chang Shui, Shu Tao Li, Wen Tao Shu, Yang Jin, Holly Zhang, Xialong Shang, Han Shu, Ya Zheng Tu, Chen Lin Liu, Yifan Wang, Mark Robert Barnett, Alan Mushi Kagarama, Victor Wei Xiang, Zanita Kalayo Ballet, Tian Hao Yang, Tang Shu, Michael Patrick Kramer,
We will now recognize Bachelor and Master graduates of the Department of Mechanical Engineering and Material Science. Dr. Phil Bailey, Chair, and Lillian and E. Lyle Hughes, Professor, will come forward to shake the hands of the graduates.
Devin Michael Williamson, William David Gallic, Nathan Daniel Ballantyne,
Congratulations.
Emily May Stava, Michelle Mary Anderson, Kellogg James Atkinson, Ethan Scott Bredemeyer, Ardian Polo, Alan Daniel Chung, Daniel Christopher Tishka, Mark Paul Livshin, Andrew Lorne Johnston, Catherine Elizabeth Baskin, Catherine Ashley Nicole Padilla, Nicholas C. Smith, Austin Chago,
Alexander Stoddard,
Jonathan Delgizi, Jessica Vanessa Jimenez, Brianna Nichelle Wynn, Sarah Therese Mormon. Jessica Rich Goldberg.
Thank you.
Rachel Elizabeth Kirstner. Tyler Allen Smith. Nicholas Bieri Cornejo.
Nice job, Daniel.
Daniel Clayton Feiner. Jacob Adam Ireland. Jared Scott Huffman. Elise Danielle Ashley. Stella Wen Fang. Matt Whitehill. Griffin Joseph Kivitz. Hayden Von Hoffman. Michael Joseph Crumble. Jason Shu. Thomas George Orgilevitz.
Nice job, Edward. Thanks.
Edward On Tiemann.
Nice job, Jason.
Jason Douglas Keene.
Congratulations.
Raymond Thomas Condon IV. Connor James Pellis. Mackenzie Hyde Gordon. Matthew Joseph Jenkins. Kirby Herman Simon.
Nice job.
Everett Clevin.
Congratulations.
Griffin Garnett Berrient. Maya Lindsay Wong. Eric David Zilke. Christopher John Hesse. Bryce Moreland Carlton. Eliasib Utreras Mercado. Timothy Michael Grotee. Joshua Paul Norland. Kaesong Wang. Da Xiao. Yin Hui Hie. Xiang Xiang. Lindy Zhao. Daniel Scott Martin. Usama Naveed Ismail. Humza Naveed Ismail. Ian Hernan Taylor. Ryan Yunjae Oh. Jillian Rochelle Myers.
Congratulations.
Taylor Alice Pemberton. Cooper Reichel Riley. Yiwei Liu. Xiahao Wei. Hao Jie Chen. Ku Shan. Pengxin Huang. Zhang Lin Sylvia Tan. Han Shangyin. Yi Xin Xi. Xia Meng Wang. Kong Li Wang. Ji Liu. John Kenneth Gooch.
It's okay. We will now recognize master's and certificate graduates of the Henry Edwin Seaver Institute. The program directors will come forward to shake the hands of the graduates.
Ashley Lauren Cooksey. Fungai Melody Mapurisa. Abdul Rahman Shabana. Amanda Christine Glenn. Damian E. Gonzalez. Michael Robert Sherman Jr. Surant Sharma. Carolyn Avery. Kunming Zhang. Ricky Bibbs. Chelsea Lauren Martin. Louis Wu.
Thank you.
Yang Mei Cheng. Su Yang Lee. Edward Michael Harris IV. John Curtis Paulson. Brian Peterson O'Day. Si Sing Chai. Jun Xia. Yu Peng Liu. Jonathan Riley Brown.
Shall I say it? Trevor Billhorn.
The doctoral students will get ready to come up to the stage. So we have one more group of graduates to recognize, and that is our doctoral students. The doctoral experience is different than being any other type of student. Each of the students recognized now will not only have participated in research under the tutelage of their advisor, but each of these graduates has done something, maybe big, maybe small, but something that no one in the history of humanity has done before. Think about that. To our PhD and DSC students, I want to tell you what a colleague of mine once said about the difference between research in science and research in engineering. He said, science is the study of what is. Engineering is the study of what can be. Now, before the chancellor, who's a chemist, gets upset, I'll say that some scientists create new things like new molecules, and that's because they really want to be engineers. Now, of course, both types of research, science and engineering, create new knowledge. You create new understanding. But engineering research gives us new tools, new ways to intervene, new ways to move the world in a direction that we want it to go. To imagine what something should be and then figure out how to make it so. You are now all practiced in thinking this way, and society is counting on you to continue to give humanity the ability to shape our world. Whether you become a faculty member or a researcher industrial lab, I hope you will hold on to this aspiration of making possible that which seemed impossible before you took up the task. So I'll ask now that the students come up to the stage. Department chairs return to the front of the stage when Dean Kroger announces the beginning of your department's graduates. And advisors, please come forward to Hood when you see your advisee.
We will now recognize PhD and DSc graduates from each academic department. Department chairs and advisors, when your department is announced, please come forward and be ready to hood your advisees as they cross the stage. Biomedical engineering.
Stephen Wheeler Linderman. Do Hyun Kim. Deep Ketan Kumar Hati. Heather Maria Zanet. Nathaniel Owen King. Ujia Chen.
Graduates from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering are now coming forward.
Hang Yan.
Congratulations.
Darko Ivanovich. Jiang Wang. Zhuoshu Li.
I have to now point out a special
Lav
moment.
Gupta.
Okay. Well, that jumped the gun, but that's okay. So many of our PhD graduates here today have spouses, some of them have children, and a few of them have grown children. But today I'm thrilled that we will bestow a PhD in computer science and engineering on Lav Gupta, whose son called me up and told me we think he's probably the only grandfather receiving a PhD today. Another example of perseverance.
Hila Taibi Ben Abraham. Chao Wang.
Graduates from the Electrical and Systems Engineering Department will now be recognized.
Sankalp Kishan Ban. Delson Felig Menelesino. Jingwei Lu. Lin Yon Hee. Pratik Gundanavar Vijay. Wei Jian Chen. Guang Ming Zhao.
Graduates from Energy, Environmental, and Chemical Engineering will now be recognized.
Nathan Allen Reed. Ji Chao Lee. Drew Michael DiLorenzo. William Raymond Henson. Tatenda Chapera.
Yanuk Bay.
Christopher R. Oxford. Ho Chang Lin. Hui Wan Stephen Chen. Apurva Pandi. Jia Yu Li.
Pai Lu.
Zhang Yang Wang.
Graduates from mechanical engineering and material science will now be recognized.
Michael Moore Binkley. Charlotte Ann Gertler. Jeffrey Allen Cramp. Ji Xiang. Juan Wang. Christopher John Nassau.
I didn't even have to tell you to clap for everybody. All right, we only have one more thing to do, and it's a secret task, and you can't tell the Chancellor. Tomorrow at commencement, I will be called to the podium, and I will ask all the engineering candidates to rise. First the bachelor's degrees, then the graduate degrees. And it's going to say something like, student marshals come forward, and then I'm going to say, candidates for these degrees, please rise. And then I'm going to point to you and I'm going to say, and you know what to do. And when I do that, since this is our first time, you are going to shout in unison, "We are Mckelvey." All right, so we're going to try that right now. You don't have to rise, but I'm going to say, candidates, please rise, and you know what to do. We are Mckelvey. Outstanding. So don't forget, we're doing that tomorrow. Okay, with that secret now secure, this concludes, I'm sure you're happy, the Mckelvey School of Engineering's recognition ceremony. I invite all of you to now attend the receptions associated with each of the department. Graduates, will you meet your families east of Siegel Hall? And if you don't know where Siegel Hall is or you don't know where east is, there will be people who will be able to show you. I ask you not stop in the plaza right outside the field house because we have a lot of other people to get through. Graduates and guests on the stage, please rise. Families and friends, please remain seated until all of the graduates have recessed. On behalf of the graduates, the faculty, the staff, and all of us at Mckelvey Engineering, thank you for coming here today.